Hi again guys, I'm back with another unboxing. This one's come from HK Now store. You might be a little bit surprised to see what's in this one. This is not something I'd normally do generally, but there are reasons, as I will explain. Let's get in here first so you can see what I've got. Lots of packing just shoved in there. That's what we want. I want to be careful because I know there's should be some stickers in here as well. So, yes. And I'll explain those in a moment. Here's what we've got. We've got the let's just tilt this down a bit here. The ice blue 4x4x6. Not stickered, so that's good. Clear 4x4x6. A standard black 4x4x6 with the sticker peeling on the box, which doesn't really matter. And this may change things up a little bit. The checkered 4x4x6. And there's some other stuff in the bottom of the. So we've got a couple of cube bags. I think that's everything. It is. There's a couple of cube bags. I've got quite a few now, and I never use them, so it's nice to have them, nice to be giving the gifts, but it's not really something I do anything with. But well. So yeah, you may very well be wondering why on earth I would buy 4x4x6s. So, well, firstly, the reason I've got the black one, I've been waiting for it to come back in stock. Because I modded mine into the i445. You might have seen my video a while back. So I needed a replacement, and when I went to buy a replacement they were out of stock. So I contacted Calvin, desperately hoping they were going to be in stock again at some point soon. He said yes, they will be producing some more in the future. Now the 2x4x6 has just been released, so I'm assuming they used the moulds for that, and that's why they weren't producing any 4x4x6s at the time. Excuse me. So yes, I waited, and I saw that the two special limited editions that I'll get into in a moment had been released, and I assumed the black one would be soon too, so I waited, and once the black one was released as well, I went ahead and made my purchase. So yeah, I'm sure you've seen the 4x4x6 before, but for those of you that haven't, it's a fabulous fun cuboid. Let's get this one scrambled actually like I normally do, because it's a great puzzle to solve anyway. So I don't mind giving this a quick solve at all afterwards, even though I've done it many times before on my old one. It's without doubt one of my favourite puzzles. It turns really well. This does feel like it needs a slight little bit of breaking in, but that's not an issue. It's turning really well. There's just a slight grindness on the outer layer there. You can feel that there's a slight kind of grindness between the pieces, but I'm sure that'll improve with a bit of time. I actually always kind of wanted to replace mine anyway, because I bought some what I thought was lube some time ago. It was WD-40, but not the standard WD-40. I'm not quite that stupid. It was WD-40 silicone, it said. So I thought, okay, so WD-40 now make a silicone spray. It had one of those straw things that comes out the top of WD-40 cans, and I thought, well, that'll be ideal for spraying into the, getting down into, between the pieces into the core and spraying into the core. So I'll get myself one of them, sprayed it in my 4x4x6, and it ruined it, absolutely ruined it. It was still usable, but the turning quality deteriorated significantly even after I took it apart and cleaned it. So I don't know what it did to the plastic, but it obviously did something. It kind of all the turns were sticky, sort of thing. You couldn't turn smoothly like that. You'd turn in jumps, sort of thing. It was very strange. I don't know exactly what it did to it. But anyway, here we go. We've got the 4x4x6 scrambled in its cuboid state, same you do with any shape-shifting cuboid. And then you can, because it's shape-shifting every direction, of course, just to make clear, because you've got even numbered sides in every direction, it shapeshifts in every direction. So the 4 turns into 6 both ways, and you can just scramble it now and it becomes bandaged, so you can no longer turn the outer layers. So that's why you need to get it scrambled well before you do any shape shifting. But yeah, this thing just looks fabulous when it's scrambled, isn't it? It really is so much fun to solve. So yeah, I'll go away and solve that in a little while. Okay, so the next one, let's get into the checkerboard one first. I've been curious about this one ever since I first got into puzzling. The 4x4x6 was already available when I first got into twisty puzzles, and the regular 4x4x6 was one of the first ones I bought, one of the first cuboids, and I was always curious about this checkerboard one, what it would be like to solve. I mean, like straight there, it's there's no change when I make that turn at all. So I can do those turns without changing the solve state at all. The only change is whether the logo, which face the logos are on. But turning it like this obviously changes things. And then you can make it stripy. Okay, so that's cool. But I've no idea what the difficulty level of this will be. Oh, I did that wrong. I've no idea what the difficulty level will be for this as a solving process. I mean, obviously you've only got 2 colours to worry about. Oh, look at that, you don't even have to go all the way around. So yeah, but whether it's going to be difficult to get things in a checkered position while solving it, I don't know. So, well, there's only one way to find out, isn't there? So again, let's give this one a scramble. Looks quite cool scrambled, I think, actually. At what point do you call it scrambled, though? I guess I'd call that scrambled now. It looks completely different from its checkerboard pattern, so that's good enough. So let's go to the shape shifting, and once again this turns really nicely. The difference with this one, I think, is I don't think this has been lubed. I suspect this is still part of the original stock they made, because these never ever went out of stock as far as I'm aware. So it feels just the same as I'm just looking at that strange little piece there. I've never noticed a piece like that sticking out before, the way it's kind of got a little piece sticking up underneath it. But yeah, I'm guessing this one wasn't especially popular among puzzle buyers, but like I say, I've always been curious about it. I don't know why, so I thought, what the hell, I'm buying 3 others, let's make it 4. It's not obviously nice to be able to afford to do things like that as well. Having the money to do it is helpful, of course. But yeah, so that looks quite cool. I mean, obviously it's just bare plastic that it's made out of. So if you were to, it's just a combination of the black and white puzzle pieces. There's no stickers on that. So to the final 2. Let's get those out of the boxes. Now, I contacted Calvin because the reason I bought 4, yes, it's not just pure collection purposes or idiocy. Let's just get those out of the way, because I want to make sure I save the logo stickers. So there's the clear blue one, and that's got stickers in the box. And the ice blue, not clear blue, ice blue. Just get rid of the logo stickers again. I'll stick all those stickers in that bag that you sent in a minute. So there's the clear one. And so yes, the reason I bought these is I've got a couple of ideas for sticker mods. Now as I do this, the stickers haven't arrived yet because Oliver's had the audacity to go away on holiday, so I haven't actually got the stickers that I want for these yet. However, by the time you're watching this video, they will have arrived. I'm not going to upload this video until I've done everything that I want to do with them, because that would just be silly. So yeah, I bought these to do sticker mods on, as well as for collection purposes. I've got two ideas for sticker mods that you're going to see. Well, you'll see these quite quickly, as I said, when you're watching this video, but it'll probably be a week or so away yet before I actually record that section. So I won't go into too much detail about the sticker mods, because it's easier to show you than trying to explain it to you. But yeah, again, these turn excellently, or this one does at least. In fact, that turns really well. I almost want to say that turns better than the standard black one. I don't know if there's extra lube in it. I don't know whether it's something to do with the kind of plastic, or I don't know whether they've made a slight modification to the mould, or what. But all I can say is that turns really nicely. That is just lovely to turn. I'm very impressed with that one. But yeah, we'll get into more about that one once the stickers arrive, and quick few turns of the clear one. Yeah, that one doesn't turn quite as well as the blue one. There's nothing wrong with it. It feels pretty much the same as the black one and the checkerboard one, but it doesn't quite feel the same as that blue one. I'm just looking at. I'm curious. There's like a. Oh no, it's just a ridge. I thought it looked like there was. I don't know if that's showing up on camera, but across the top of the pieces, there's like a shiny section, and it almost looked like there was a small piece of metal in there. It looked like paperclip wire thickness sort of thing inside the pieces. I was curious what it was, but it's not. It's just kind of a reflection of the light on the thicker part of the corner of the pieces. So I was just being silly. But yeah, it looks quite cool the way you can see into the interior as well. That's very impressive as well. I do like that. I know it's not very interesting for you, me doing this on camera, but yeah, it's quite cool to be able to see right into the centre and see what's in there. Not that you can see the mechanism necessarily very well. It's actually not clear enough for that, even though they do call it clear plastic. But yeah, that turns fine as well. So yeah, I'll be back once I've got the stickers to show you, and show you more about the mods I'm doing then. Okay then, so I've got the 4x4x6s stickered now, and I've also solved the two that I scrambled. The checkerboard one, well actually let's start with the standard one. This is a fabulous looking puzzle. This is the clear one. I'll see if I can, I don't know if I can or not. I want to try and get the light shining through it a little bit, because when it's got light behind it, let me just, I hope this doesn't look too weird on camera, because it's not something I've tried beforehand. But when you get the it's not going to really work, I don't think. I took a few photos of it, but I haven't got them anymore. I posted them on Facebook group. But when it's got some light shining behind it, because the stickers are translucent as well, it just looks fabulous when it's scrambled and things as well. I'll see if I can grab the photos and post them into the video in some way. I can't guarantee that I'm going to be able to find them again, because I know I don't always keep them for quite a long time. It's been a few weeks since I made those now, while I've been waiting for the stickers for these other ones. But anyway, it looks fabulous. It's got great turning quality, but it's a standard 4x4x6, so if you sold one of these before then, obviously this is going to be no different whatsoever. But I'm really happy to have this one in my collection. As you've probably seen, normally I buy pretty much exclusively black plastic puzzles, but this one just looks so good. I'm really happy to have this one in my collection, and yeah, it solves very nicely. They're always fun to solve, these 4x4x6s. They turn great, and the quality is just absolutely fantastic. So yeah, I'm sure you've seen the 4x4x6s before, so this isn't really anything new compared to those, other than the colours and the way it looks. But yeah, great puzzle to have anyway. Okay, so the second one was this checkerboard one. You'll recall I wasn't sure exactly what this would be like to solve. It actually is quite challenging. The problem is you reach kind of impossible situations that you can't reach on the regular one, because you're pairing things up and you're actually putting wrong pieces, sort of thing, and you end up in situations where you've only got 2 pieces swapped where you need 3, that kind of thing, parity type situations, but it's really a false equivalency. But yeah, it took some thought and effort, and trying to sort of like keep track of exactly which piece you need where at each stage is a bit tricky sometimes, just simply because when it's unsolved you'll have, you know, wrong pieces in these positions while you're trying to solve the outer positions, and sort of like just wrapping your head around exactly which colours you need where, when you've got the centres twisted and things from their normal solved position, things like that. It just takes a little bit of figuring out. I think I've just noticed that when I first opened it, the Calvin's logo and the Tom T logo were on opposite faces, but now they're on adjacent faces, so you can see that you're obviously going to end up with pieces in different positions to where they start, but that's unavoidable when you've got so many identical pieces on a puzzle. But yeah, this one, it's not massively more challenging than a standard 4x4x6, but it definitely adds something to the solve. I'm really glad I got this one, because the extra difficulty, the extra challenge is really good. Really, it's a nice difficulty level. It's not to the level where it's really time consuming and takes hours and hours to solve or anything like that, but it definitely makes you think some more about it. So I'm really glad I decided to add this one to my collection, and it looks really interesting as well. But yeah, if you're at all tempted by these checkerboard ones, I don't think I've ever seen another video on these, so I suspect not many people have bought them, but I actually thoroughly recommend this. It's got the same great 4x4x6 quality you're always going to expect, great turning quality, and it's going to be an interesting talking point as well when people see it. I mean, the non-puzzlers that haven't seen it before, because it's, you know, it's not obvious why it is the way it is, if that makes sense, and why it would be any more difficult. So yeah, I definitely thoroughly recommend this one. Okay, then, so on to the other 2 sticker mods. So I got these stickers from Oliver's Stickers, where I purchased most of my stickers from. I've got one which is the Pockman Supercube type stickers, although I have noticed that it didn't put the extra bars on the centerpieces, which for aesthetic reasons only, I think it would have looked better. I never noticed when he sent me the proofs that it didn't have them. I think I would probably prefer them if it had a yellow bar there and a white bar there, much like the if I grab one of the regular cube ones, you know, they've got them on each layer of the pieces, where these have only got a single colour. However, having said that, it doesn't change the solve at all, because there's no way to put this centerpiece in this position and have it oriented this way facing the red face. So it's not like you can exchange those pieces and still have them solved, as far as I'm aware anyway. I mean, it's possible I'm wrong, but I've tried a little bit to see if I could put it in that position oriented correctly, and I couldn't. So I don't think it changes the solve at all. Now, the difference between this and the regular 4x4x6 is much the same as any other Pockman Supercube, and that's that every single piece has a specific position. On the regular 4x4x6, the say the 4 centerpieces there, for example, they can all exchange with each other, and the puzzle is still solved. And the same with these, say those 2 and those 2, they could exchange with each other, and the puzzle will still be solved. On this one, you've got to have them in their specific location. The one with the orange and yellow bars here can only be in this position closest to the orange and yellow faces. In any of the other 3 positions, it wouldn't be in its correct position. It wouldn't be solved. So that's going to add an extra level of difficulty to this one that you don't get with a standard 4x4x6. And if you've seen my other recent videos, you'll see that I'm actually trying to build up a collection of these Pockman cuboids, and I will continue to do so because the couple I've sold so far look great and sold great. And as always, the sticker quality on these is just stunning, from Oliver Stickers as always, as I said, and the quality is just superb. They're nice thick stickers. They're not translucent in any way. They're completely opaque. Especially things like the white and yellow, you don't get any of the underlying plastic colour showing through like you do with some of the cheaper, thinner stickers. And these things, when they're scrambled, just look crazy. I love the way they look. There's so many extra colours on them that they just look superb when they're scrambled. It just makes them look completely mad. So, as always, scramble it first in its cuboid shape without shape shifting, and then once you've got that well scrambled, you can start the shape shifting terms. Oh, this just looks wonderful. I love it. Okay then, I think we're getting towards being thoroughly scrambled there. As you can see, it looks completely crazy. Which 4x4x6 looks great when it's scrambled anyway, with all the shape shifting in every direction. But yeah, with all these extra colours, it just looks fabulous. So I'll take that one away in a little while and have a go at solving it. And finally, this one. This one I haven't seen one of these before. I've called this just the 8 colour 4x4x6. Now the reason for this is I'm pretty sure this is going to be an equivalent solve to the Crazy Pill puzzle, but without all the modding and all the shapeways expense of getting one. Now I don't know how well this is showing up, but this is actually the ice blue version that I've sticked in this way. Again, stickers by Oliver. I just asked him for 8 colours. I've got lots of spares actually, because he's sent like a full 4x6 sheet of each colour. But because I only need 16 of each colour, I've got a lot of spare stickers in case anywhere, so that's good. And very nice distinctive shades. The thing about this is you've got multiple solved states. You can move things around sort of like a 2x2x4 and everything still says solved. It's only when you start moving the other layers that things get scrambled. Now I've heard that it's quite a difficult puzzle to solve, the Crazy Pill, so I've got an idea of how to go about this, but I honestly don't know completely how I'm going to try and solve this one. So this one will be an interesting experience. But yeah, I like the idea of having this without the massive expense of a shapeways puzzle. Not that I've got anything against shapeways puzzles. I've bought a few, obviously. You might have seen them on my channel before. But if you can get it an equivalent puzzle without that huge expense, then you know it's definitely better as far as I'm concerned. And I think this looks really good as well, actually. So I'm really pleased with the result once it's stickered. I think it looks very, very nice. Okay, I think we can call that one scrambled. This is actually going to look really scrambled because you've got 8 colours, not 6. Each face can have many more colours on it than it normally would. So we'll do some shape shifting. Of course, because we've got to on the 4x4x6. Get things lined up the right way, it turns absolutely fine. If you don't, it doesn't. I love the way this kind of really dark blue and the ice blue look together. I think that looks really, really nice for some reason. I don't know why. Okay then, I think we can call that one well scrambled now. I will go away and try and solve these two, and I'll come back to you when I've done that and I'll let you know my final thoughts. Okay, so the two sticker mods are solved again too. Which one should I start with? I'll start with the Pokemon one, I think. So this one, I don't know why, but it gave me more difficulty than expected. For some reason, although I've done it numerous times before on other ones of these puzzle types, I had a bit of difficulty solving the centres on each face. I don't know why. It took me probably half an hour or so to figure out what I was doing wrong. I have no idea why that was, but other than just maybe the fact that it's been quite a while since I sold one of these. But yeah, after that it wasn't too difficult, pretty much as expected. Just a matter of getting everything in its correct position in pretty much the same way as you do on a 4x4x6, although just a little bit extra thought required just to get things in their specific positions, rather than the position where they can fit and they're not quite right, that you would be sold on a regular 4x4x6, as I discussed earlier. But yeah, not too difficult, but compared to the regular 4x4x6, but definitely adds a little bit of extra challenge, a little bit of extra difficulty, and looks fabulous too as far as I'm concerned. So well worth getting. Really enjoyed the solve of this one. It's one that will get done quite regularly along with my other Pokemon Super Cubes. I don't know what it is about them, but they just really appeal to me. I really enjoy the solving process of all of them, and I'm definitely going to be getting more of these cuboids, so look out for those in the future. And finally, this one, the Crazy Peel equivalent 8 colour 4x4x6. Once again, looks fabulous. I really do like the way this one looks. And solving wise, this one was quite challenging to begin with. Just I had an idea in mind, and the idea turned out to be right, or at least it worked. And I mean, obviously there's not just one way to solve this. Like any other puzzle, there's quite a few different ways, I'm sure. But the way I went about it, I'm not going to give spoilers here, but the way I went about it was very similar to a process I use on quite a few other puzzles, and it worked, but I had to figure out exactly which pieces to use it on, sort of thing. It took me a little while to figure out which pieces would work and in which order I could do them. Once I got that sorted, it kind of came together quite well, and wasn't too difficult from that point onwards. And once I'd got that figured out, which took probably about an hour or so, I would imagine, it was probably within 20 minutes solved. But yeah, really enjoyed solving this one and working out how to do it. I'm glad to be able to say that I actually managed to figure it out for myself, because I've heard that people struggle with this modification in the Crazy Peel variant. So yeah, I really enjoyed this one. Again, it'll be another one that gets sold regularly, and it's a lot of fun, and along with the great turning quality of the 4x4x6 has on the standard puzzle, it's a really fun puzzle to play with as well, and as I said, it looks fabulous too. So yeah, it's win-win-win. So yeah, I'm really happy that I've got all these 4 different variants of the puzzle. They each have unique characteristics. They each offer a slightly different solving challenge, some more different than others sort of thing. These two at this end are quite similar, whereas these two take a little bit of a different strategy to be able to get towards the solved state. But yeah, lots of fun for the whole series. And along with the I-445 puzzle that I've got there, which is another 4x4x6 variant, this is a really fun series of puzzles, and if I can come up with any other sticker mods or anything similar that I think might be interesting, at any point I'll get another one and put those on it too. But at the moment I have no more ideas. So yeah, I definitely recommend any of these 4 puzzles to you if you haven't got them already. The standard 4x4x6 is a wonderful puzzle, absolutely fabulous. If you haven't got one already in your collection, then it's definitely one you need to add at some point, because it really is just one of the best puzzles out there as far as I'm concerned. And the rest, yes, as I've said in this video, I definitely recommend trying them if there's something that you think might interest you. They're all an interesting challenge. Alright then guys, I think that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Please hit like and subscribe. It only takes a second if you like my videos. It helps to get my channel viewed by other people. And thanks very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Take care now.